We were back. Good news from Bob Stuber, who tells us that even after a kid is abducted, there are things that kid can do to empower themselves and hopefully save their lives.
Absolutely. Empowerment's the key. And I don't want to imply by any means that in every situation a child can escape. But you don't give up. For instance, we've seen today that even the children that know the lures, they can still be lured. The pedophiles are amazing students of human nature. They can fool you, they can fool me, they can get access to children, and they will. When the child finds themselves in the grasp of a pedophile, now we have to decide how are we going to get that child home from that predator. I'll just go through this stuff in rapid fire. The audience will understand then that how it works and how you start thinking about it. For instance, a child predator takes a child, puts them in their car, and now they're taking off. They're going down the street. We have to end this before it gets out of the neighborhood, because if it gets out of the neighborhood, you may never see your child again. So what can the child do? They can jump in the predator's lap and dislodge his hands from the steering wheel. Well, he might run into something. Yeah, and then it's over in the neighborhood. If he puts them in the trunk of a car, which is not uncommon to do, nobody's going to hear the child kicking and yelling and screaming. But what you can do is disconnect the taillights. It's very easy to do. You can kick them out, you can pull the wire. Now the police are going to pull a car. If they pull the car over, they'll pull it over because the brake and taillights are gone. Inadvertently, they'll find the child. I'm still doing the car stuff. He drives away. He doesn't want to get caught by the police. He's got a stolen child with him. He stops at a stop sign behind another car, 2 or 3 feet back. Okay, Junior, that's when it's time to slam the gas pedal. There you go. Now you got a rear ender. You got people involved. And this stuff accelerates, and we have to build on it as it goes down the road. If the child can't remember to do those things, there's cases. When I was in the police department, one I knew about specifically, where 2 little girls were abducted. The guy got out of the car to pump gas, and he made them sit there in the car and not run away. Why they did not run away, I don't know. What you can do in a situation like that, even a little tiny kid, they pop a button off their shirt or take a little stick or something and stick it in the ignition and break it off, the car's not going to restart. If he's at a gas station or somewhere, chances are, I can't guarantee it, you have a good chance now he has to abandon this abduction because his agenda has been all screwed up.
What do you say? You have a question?
No, I have a comment. I just want to say that my parents used to tell me stories how in Brooklyn they used to sit on the stoops till 10, 11 o'clock at night. And now I can't even stay outside because I'm scared someone's going to do something to me. I can't ride my bicycle because God knows someone behind me is going to grab me or something. So it's just sad what this world is coming to.
It makes it tough being a kid. It is a tough world.
And that's a typical example because kids that have had this kind of exposure, and I'm so glad you brought that up today, kids that have had that kind of exposure, they learn that the world is not a very safe place and they lose part of their childhood. That's why we have to empower our kids.
And that's why we have to do what John said about legislation and take our streets back.
That's right. We'll be right back in a minute. For the kids! What's the question?